Drew Brees facing Tom Brady, Saints at Patriots. You might be surprised. The one that appears in all those NyQuil commercials is 3-0 against the UGG Boots model. This city, in less than 48 hours, will play host to two college football titans. Just when the Dogs thought they had the Tigers declawed in the Deep South's oldest rivalry, a miracle from Marshall. You can play tough defense on Spanish Fort, and sometimes it just does not matter. There have been times this season that Spanish Fort looks like the '85 Bears defense wouldn't stop them. With 3 games left, 2 of them within the region, it's time to make that playoff push as the postseason picture racks into focus. Both teams like to feature their running backs who they think are 2 of the best in the state. Trey Mason gave one final salute to Auburn Nation. The Heisman finalist will be turning pro, and why not? Who was better than this guy in the second half of the season? In the midst of a monsoon, Auburn outscored LSU 21-14 in the second half. Too bad the hole they dug early on was too big. Coach, a 13th region championship, only 25 years in existence. How does this one feel? According to an NFL Network report, A.J. McCarron, Bama quarterback, will decline his invitation to play in the 2014 Senior Bowl. Rob Ryan brought a lot more with him to Nollins than his shimmering gray locks. He has the Saints defense playing its best football since the '09 Super Bowl season. Fittingly, the last time the team started 5-0. DJ Fluker, Julio Jones, most recently TJ Yeldon. To say the Daphne-Foley rivalry has a habit of boasting some future stars is an understatement. In the last 10 seasons, there have been 3 national championship games featuring an undefeated team trying to stay that way against a one-loss team. All 3 times that one-loss team has come out on top, claiming the Crystal Football. Now, if that sounds familiar, that's because it was Alabama who did it the last 2 seasons. It's been that kind of a series. You remember Poppy's grand slam in the bottom of the 8th? It's just back and forth. You can't ask for much more from postseason baseball right here on Fox. Major League Baseball will officially review that call and look into the obstruction rule. Of course, that doesn't help Boston now. They were hoping to rebound and even the series at 2 apiece. It's playoff time, Simone, so you expect it to be a little cold, but it's also wet here. We got a light drizzle that's continuing to fall, making things a little raw. You know, the field could be a little messy for this game as Spanish Fort looks to make it 21 straight wins. Dress rehearsal is over. It's the second round of the playoffs, and Spanish Fort is hitting the road to try to do what they do best: win.
We know last year's team, they left a legacy, and they lost a game, so this year we're trying to be perfect to even build on that.
They were last Friday, rolling Selma 66-0. Maybe the best game the defense has played all year, its 3rd shutout of the season.
The other night, like I said, we tackled the quarterback in the end zone for a safety. We made a hard hit in the end zone for a safety. We picked the ball up, scooped, and scored last week. A young kid did, and just it's great to see it. And we got to the point in the game that some young kids made some plays last week, and it's just great to see that as hard as the kids practice, to see some reward come to them.
We just knew what they liked to do, and just blitz them where we knew where they were going to be, and just harassing them back there.
Now the team works to prepare for this opponent, Sylacauga, an 8-3 team who finished 3rd in Region 4.
We expected to go out there and have a good game. We expect all our games to be good, no matter who our opponent is.
They're a good team. We're just practicing hard for them. Hopefully our defense can stop them, but I trust in them.
We got to go up there in potentially a hostile environment. A lot of things can go against you on the road. You're not used to traveling. Our kids do a great job. We've traveled before. We've traveled really well. We've played real good on the road in the past. So I feel good about the situation. Our kids are great kids. The trip will be a great trip, and we're going to play a good football team, and we're going to have to play good to get out there with a win.
Because if they don't, the Toros go home empty-handed, and their quest for a 2nd straight state title goes up in smoke. The The last time Alabama was down 14 points in a game, week 2 at Texas A&M. That was a game the Tide won 49-42. So, would history repeat itself in the Sugar Bowl? The Bama passing game was rolling early. In the first quarter, it didn't look like the Sooners had any answer for the Tide wideouts, specifically DeAndrew White and Amari Cooper, who combined for about $130 in the opening frame. But an auspicious start turned to a brutal ending, largely due to some costly mistakes from Alabama's Heisman finalist signal caller. Uncharacteristic mistakes, ones that had the Mobile native pinning the 45-31 loss solely on him.
I mean, you can put it all on me. I had 2 turnovers, ended up scoring 14 points, and we lost by 14. So, you know, that's football. It happens. I wish it, wouldn't have happened, but I'll definitely take the loss and definitely take the blame because a lot of it's probably my fault.
It's not just a one-man team, man. We all win together, we lose together, man. AJ can put that all on himself. I can't let him do that.
There were reports that A.J. McCarron would be skipping the Senior Bowl played on January 25th at Ladd People Stadium in his hometown of Mobile. So after the game, I asked him if he'd made a decision one way or the other. A.J., after this game, you said you would make a determination on the Senior Bowl. Have you thought any more about that decision?
Yeah, I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm trying to enjoy this last moment with my teammates. And enjoy this time with my family, and then when I announce it, y'all will hear it.
To find the last time Alabama lost back-to-back games, you have to go back to the 2008 season. Alabama lost to Florida in the SEC Championship, then fell to Utah in the Sugar Bowl right here. That was on January 2nd, the exact same day at the exact same venue. In New Orleans, Russell Colburn, Fox 10 Sports. I think you'll agree, Simone, football is a game of emotion on both sides of the ball, and Daphne could come in with an emotional edge. High school football coaches bring many tools to the field each afternoon.
Right there.
Maybe their notes, their whistles.
All right, Trent.
But very few come to practice in a wheelchair.
I just want you guys to see what we're going to see Friday night.
Paralyzed from the waist down after a car accident 1 year ago this month. Tragically, that's the only way assistant coach Jacy Todd can continue the career he loves.
Hey, we got to take it off his foot.
A lot has been written and been said, but he's living, his dream of being a football coach, an educator.
You gonna have a good day? You better.
He's also an inspiration.
Coach Todd is most likely the one that's going to be able to pump us up, come in there to our meetings, get us going before the game.
It's a new perspective. It's something you come to work every day and you're very excited. I understand what can be taken away from you very quickly, so it's just an unbelievable blessing to come and coach these kids every day.
And with him always looking on, always studying, they hope to impress. What does the ability to learn from him and be coached by him mean to you?
Well, he played linebacker himself in high school, so he basically knows what the offense is going to do, and he knows what we're seeing because he's done it before in his lifetime.
A lifetime turned upside down on August 1st, 2012. And doctors can't offer a prognosis.
I'm in uncharted territories. There's nothing they can really tell me. Every day I work on my body to try to get it stronger and try to work on just to overcome, what little things I can. And baby steps are awesome.
And the man who gives an emotional edge to the boys on one side of the field is also an inspiration to the other sideline.
Last year, I remember we prayed for Coach Todd before the game, and we were all excited to see him out here. And same thing, we're all blessed that he's out there with them this year. And like I said, we're looking for the opportunity, and I know Daphne is. And I just think high school football is going to get a great night out of this.
After all, that's what these Friday nights are really about. Not X's and O's, first downs or touchdowns, but communities coming together to cheer and celebrate something great.
At the end of the day, it's all about our kids and our communities and doing the right thing and trying to teach the kids to do the right thing. And football's a great game. We're blessed to be part of this.
So he may not coach with notes or a whistle, but tools are no way to measure Jacy Todd's impact on the Trojans and the Toros.
All right, Dan, let's go.
I feel great. Progress comes every day. I've been blessed just to be where I am today. So, every day is a blessing, and I look forward to it.
Now, last week at MGM, Coach Todd stood up during the national anthem to pay his respects. He tells me he plans to do that at every game, and if he does it here tonight, expect the crowd to roar. Live in Daphne, Russell Colburn, Fox 10 Sports.